Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rebels Radio as we are here today from Bracknell Town for this Berks and Bucks Cup final. How we've got in it, no one knows. Who we play, nobody knows. But if you've not made it to the game today, then fear not. We will have some kind of commentary for you. We're not got the greatest positions here, not the biggest of press areas here at Bracknell, and we got here a little bit later because we came on the supporters coach, and it's a little bit crushed here, and but I'm sure once the game starts, the people will move around to the side, so we'll be able to get going with various different things. As usual, we would like to give a big thank you out to our two sponsors, and they are the Slough Town Supporters Trust, and as usual they do some very good work, and they have helped sponsor Rebels Radio throughout the season, helped to purchase some new kit as well, so a big thank you to them, and also to My FC, the online football community, and they can find more about them on the Pichero website, but without the help of those two organisations, we really wouldn't be where we are today, which is fairly cramped. But huge thank you to both sets of those organisations. They are always ready to offer assistance wherever we need it. And like I say, without them, Rebels Radio wouldn't be broadcasting each week. So huge thank you to them as well. We'll run through the two sides for you. Just there's not going to be obviously a lot more other things for you to know about. We'll run through the two teams, and we'll just concentrate on the actual game today. And Slough win, it'll be their first win since 1981, where they won the triple that season. So no chance of that for the Rebels this season, but at least some silverware to come back and to present to the awards night, which is this Friday, 10th of May at Arbour Park. If you haven't already got your tickets, I believe there is a small number of around about 25 to 30 left, so please just be aware of that if you are planning on coming down. As usual, if you want to get in contact with us, you can contact us on Twitter, or the easiest way to do it is, as we have this afternoon, we've got Paul Jenkins, Michael McGranahan and Simon Mora. They're all just listening in via the YouTube app that we broadcast through, and there's a little chat roomy thing that comes through, and you can chat to us there, and we'll give you a shout out this afternoon. We understand that with the late arrangement of Slough being placed into the final, that a lot of you have already made plans for this bank holiday Monday. There is a good crowd here at the moment, here at Largest Lane, home of Bracknell Town, but just if you've never been to the ground before, we're in the only kind of covered area. There's two stands here that are covered, the seated stands, and there's a little standing one right down by the far side to our left hand side. That is the cover. Then literally on behind both goals and on the far hand side, there is absolutely no cover from the rain at all. So thankfully at the moment it doesn't look like it's going to rain at all, but hey ho, you never know. But at the moment it seems like a slightly overcast day here. There's a good crowd of people who are already here. Before we run through the teams, we do have to say that the Slough Town players are wearing very special t-shirts today. For those of you that don't know, Manny Williams works at a school. Unfortunately, one of the pupils at his school passed away this week through the illness of leukemia, so the Slough Town players are wearing special white t-shirts just for the warm-up and coming out in aid of the leukemia cancer charity. So they're wearing those specially there, and our thoughts go out to the family of that child, any kind of child passing away, but leukemia, a horrible disease to lose it to. So a little bit somber there, but everything will be fine. I'm going to get this out of the way quickly because we should do really, but Michael has very kindly come on to the chat room and said congratulations for my award. So for those of you that don't know, earlier this week I had been nominated I didn't even know I'd been nominated as the National League South Volunteer of the Month, and I won. I got a trophy, and We're very grateful to be nominated, even better to win, but I just want to say that I am a small part of a fantastic team here at Slough Town Football Club, and although the award was given to me and I was the one nominated, without the other people who constantly give up their free time at Slough Town Football Club, it wouldn't be the football club that you see and love as it is at the moment. So there you go. We're going to run through the two sides for you as well, just to let you know this game will go straight to penalties if it finishes level on 90 minutes. I'm just going to steal the team sheet of Rob Stevens, our intrepid reporter, who's made it all the way down here. Did you get a lift with Gary House? Yeah, you got a lift with Gary House. There you go. Okay, so let's start you with the two sides then. Not many players left for Slough. They've all gone on holiday or can't play because they're ineligible. But for the Reading Academy team, in goal is Miles Roberts. 2 is Jamal Balogun. 3, Cameron Green. 4, Akin Odimayo, that is. 5 is the captain, Toby Holmes. 6 is Andre Durley. 7, Connor Lawless. 8 is Royan Omulabi. 10 is Thierry Nevers. 9 is Thierry Nevers. 10 is Ethan Coleman. 11, Ethan Bairstow. Their subs are 12, Robert Nditi. 13, Yoko Anderson, who started the season at Hungerford Town. 14 is Khalid Simo. And 15 is Oliver Pendlesbury, and 16 is Marcel Elver Fontaine. For the Rebels, there's not many of them left. In goal is Jack Turner. 2 will be Nathan Smart. 3 is Josh Jackman. 4 is the captain, Sam Togwell. 5 is Martin Nisbet. 6, Lee Togwell. 7, Louis Saws. 8, Simon Dunn. 9, Ben Harris. 10, Manny Williams. 11, Warren Harris. Slough have 1 sub, and that sub is Scott Davies. And Scott Davies can play because although he played for Kingstonia and Harlow after leaving us, neither of those allowed him to play in a Cup County competition. So yes, so it doesn't really matter how either side have got through to the competition. We're just a few minutes away from kick-off here this afternoon. Like I say, please do get in contact with us on the YouTube appy chat room thingamajiggy that it is. We do have another commentary. We do have another commentary team right in front of us as well, so it's all going to be a little bit confusing here this afternoon, especially if I get overexcited. And there you go. So it's all going on here. But there's lots of fans who have turned up here on this bank. Unfortunately, it isn't the greatest place to park. So thankfully, we came on the supporters coach, which is why we're going to be a bit late, but a lot of people parking in the big multi-story. We are literally a couple of minutes away from the town centre of Bracknell, so a lot of people are parking in the multi-stories and coming down here for this afternoon's game. The two sets of teams come out here for you now, and Slough will be in their home kit of amber and blue. The Reading will be in their normal strip of blue and white hoops. And the Slough players are coming out with some mascots as well. And this is Ben Harris's first game since that injury where he scored against Dartford. George Wells is here, but he's injured. So I think some of the Slough fans have been drinking on the train. We got for those of you who don't know, that today is actually Bank Holiday Manny Day, after Bank Holiday last year when Manny Williams scored that goal against Kings Lynn. Every Bank Holiday Monday that Slough play is now known as Bank Holiday Manny Day, and today is no exception. So the Rebels are just going through handshakes with the referees here this afternoon, and the referee is James Richardson. And so all the mascots are just slowly coming off here. You can't actually see into either of the corners at the moment on this near-hand side. And the players have come off. The Reading goalkeeper is all dressed in green. And this afternoon, Jack Turner is all dressed in white. It looks as though Josh Chapman will start down on playing on the left-hand side. And it looks as though Slough will go 4-4-2, and that will be Saws on the left and Warren Harris on the right. That looks how the two sides lining up. Good afternoon to Sharon Biddle, who's listening in. And we're just waiting as the two captains have been pulled over by the referee today just to decide which way they are shooting. Right, so there will be a minute's applause before the start of the game for the child. Sam Hudson is the name of the young lad that goes to the school that Manny works at. And there will be a minute's applause here before the game for the passing of that one. So the minute's applause will start. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, a minute's applause there for the passing of Sam Hudson, a student at the school that Manny Williams works at. Sorry, Sam Hanson. Sorry, Sam Hanson. This was read out wrong here, but thank you very much to Quiet Panda for correcting us there. It looks as though Slough will be shooting from left to right. I haven't got my stopwatch with me today. I did have it out, I'm sure I did. It's down here. Hold on, because we're trying to get everything sorted here. So it's Reading that will have the kick-off. Slough will be shooting from right to left. The referee kicked off and then stopped. The kick-off is here. The ball played out here on this near-hand side to Balogun. Back down here towards Odime. It looks like Reading are going to play free at the back. Sam Togwell wins the ball. He plays it in towards Lee Togwell. Togwell shoots from distance. First effort of the game. Well wide of the goal there from Lee Togwell, shooting from 35 yards. And it'll be a goal kick here to Reading. So it looks as though Reading will play a 3-5-2 formation as we wait for Roberts to take this goal kick. Chips it straight out of play for a throw to the Rebels on the far hand side. And it'll be a throw to the Rebels 10 yards inside the Reading half on the far hand side where the dugouts are here. And the throw comes in, looking for Manny Williams, holds the ball up, plays it back out here towards Nathan Smart. Smart down the line, intercepted, comes back out kindly towards Simon Dunn, tries to feed it through, intercepted, and the ball played down on the left-hand side here, played down further forwards here for Neves to chase. Neves comes down the inside left channel, cuts inside really well, has the ball still on the edge of the box, leaves it here for Coleman. Coleman under pressure, puts it down here to Omalabi, and the ball on the far hand side, played inside. Lovely little dink ball in there, but Nathan Smart has to turn away with the ball from Cameron Green and play the ball down the line. It's hooked away towards Coleman, played forward. Sam Togwell scoops that one high up in the air, straight out of play for a throw to Reading on the far hand side. In fact, the ball's gone straight out the ground. So throw to Reading, 15 yards inside the Slough Town half. And it's taken quickly here in towards Green. Green gets the ball deflected. Ben Harris tries to get this. Well read there by Holmes. And it comes out here towards Odimeo. Finding the right back, Balogun just comes inside towards Coleman. Coleman turns under pressure, but finds Odimeo. Across here to Holmes, the captain, who chips the ball across here. And it's Warren Harris trying to close down on the far hand side, Durley, and it goes back towards the goalkeeper Roberts. Roberts under pressure from Williams, scoops the ball out, plays it out well towards Cameron Green down that left hand side, who plays it forward. Sam Togwell with the header, just heads it up in the air, not the best of headers. He gets a second header, hooks the ball down towards Simon Dunn, just inside his own half, finds Warren Harris. Harris trying to skip past a couple of challenges, so it's out of play for a throw to the Rebels on the far hand side. Warren Harris will take. They're going to leave it actually for Nathan Smart to take. And Smart inside here towards Lee Togwell. Back towards Nathan Smart. Under pressure. Chips the ball forwards. Trying to find the run of Ben Harris. And in the end, Holmes has to hook the ball straight out of play for a throw to Slough level with the 18-yard line. And it will be Sam Togwell who come through to take a long throw into the box here for Slough. Slough missing Guy Hollis, who's on holiday. So Sam Togwell with this long throw into the box. Aim for Nisbet. Bounces around. Swords gets a touch to it. It sucks up in the air there. And Roberts will try and claim it. Doesn't get the best of punches. It hits Warren Harris on the head. It's sucked clear by Reading. Only as far as Sam Togwell. Little header inside. Simon Dunn tries to win the ball, but he can't. Coleman gets it first and finds Balogun. Little ball down the line here for Coleman to chase, but Nathan Smart's there for Slough. And Smart turns away, smartly away, and gives the ball towards Lee Togwell. Togwell now down this left-hand side towards Swords. Swords chance to run at the Reading defence, coming down the left-hand side. Gets her across into the box. It's going to come all the way through to Ben Harris on the far-hand side, just inside the box. Turns a couple of times. So it's hit forward, and it's just wide. It comes off the save from Roberts. And Ben Harris with the first real decent effort of the game, forced wide by the goalkeeper. First corner of the game goes to Slough. And Simon Dunn will be the player that goes across to take this for the Rebels. Oh, what have I just done there? I don't know. Turning everything off. And it's Simon Dunn to take this corner here. This will be an in-swinging corner here for Slough. And all gone forwards for it. Ball played in. Goes across here towards Lee Togwell. The ball hits Lee Togwell. It's hooked clear again by Balogun. And the ball will come out though towards Nathan Smart. Smart under pressure gives the first touch of the ball here towards Jack Turner. Slough players wearing black armband for the game here. The ball's come through, comes out here towards Sam Togwell. Martin Nisbet still caught out of position. He's gone forward for the corner. Here towards Lee Togwell. We're finding Josh Jackman down the left-hand side. Jackman just brings the ball forward, trying to skip past a couple of challenges. Goes into the area but we can't really see much of, but Jackman turns really well and wins a free kick for a foul by Balogun. And a free kick for the Rebels, almost like a short corner here to the Rebels, as in hockey. Good afternoon to Zach Randall, who's listening from France. Good afternoon to Sam Collard, who's been helping the club over the last 6 months or so. And a free kick here for Slough, taken by Louis Swords. It goes almost for the goal there, just misses the top corner. And out of play for a goal kick here to Reading. Slough with the better of the start so far this afternoon. Again, Slough only got one sub though, that's Scott Davies. So the long ball played forwards here. Nisbet takes it down on his chest just by his centre circle. The inside towards Warren Harris, who comes inside. Finds Nisbet, who has to stretch. Tries to find Manny Williams, but the ball comes out on the far hand side. Played inside, but Sam Togwell's first to the ball. Hooks the ball high up in the air. Ben Harris wins the header, only as far as Oddy Mayo. Oddy Mayo finds Balogun. Lovely little ball inside. Nisbet's first to the ball though for Slough and wins a free kick for a foul there by Connor Lawless. And it'll be a free kick to Slough just inside the Reading half, taken quickly towards Simon Dunn. Dunn now finds Louis Swords down the left. Crosses in first time, looking for Ben Harris. Comes off the head there of Durley, and on the far hand side, Manny Williams will let the ball go out for a throw to Slough. And are they going to take a long throw? I think they're going to signal for a short throw. Inside here towards Nathan Smart. Smart just turns inside, gets the ball here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn just turns away. Inside on towards Lee Togwell. Lovely little 1-2 inside Smart. Smart crosses into the box. Ben Harris goes down. It's gone out of play. It's got to be a corner, is it? No, it's been kept in really well there by Oddy Mayo. And he clears down the line only as far as Mark Nisbet. Takes it on the volley. Lovely little pass in towards Lee Togwell. Togwell just tries to find Warren Harris, but intercepted by Holmes. Holmes played it on the far hand side. Jackman's first to the ball and he gets fouled by Lawless. Free kick to the Rebels. 15 yards inside the Slough half, and Jackman takes it short here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn being chased down here by Coleman. Inside towards Nisbet. Nisbet finds Swords again, hugging that left-hand touchline. Swords gets the ball onto his right foot, hits this ball straight at Lawless, gets a lucky rebound, but Lawless comes across to clear it. It goes into that bit that you can't see, so anything could be happening. And Reading bring the ball out here, looking for Neves. Neves shakes off a couple of players, runs with the ball. Skips past one. Balogun's on the right hand side, crosses in first time. And Nathan Smart almost scores a cracking own goal. He gets a touch to it. It's a clever touch, actually. He took it away, though, on the far hand side from Besto, and forced Jack Turner into a sprawling save inside his own goal mouth there, stopping an own goal. Long kick down the field here by Jack Turner. It hits Warren Harris on the head. Good idea, but no one else gambled on it. And straight through to Roberts, who rolls it out here towards Holmes. Holmes inside towards Omalabi. Back here with Holmes skipping past one challenge. In towards Lawless. Heavy touch by him, but he keeps hold of the ball. Just get caught there. And the ball hits straight at the back of Lee Togwell. Back here with Lawless. And on the far hand side finds Omalabi. Inside here towards Green. The left wing back, I would guess he is. Inside towards Omalabi. Finding Coleman inside his own centre circle. Balogun makes a run down the right hand side. Not seen. And the ball played in here towards Nevers. Nevers takes a touchdown on his chest. Still got the ball at his feet. Trying to cut inside the box. Tricking his way through. Gets a cross in. Hooked clear by Nathan Smart. And out of play for a throw to Reading on the far hand side. 0-0. After coming up to 9 minutes. That both sides have had a chance of a goal, but as of yet. And the throw will come in on the far hand side here from Green in towards Coleman. And here we're Coleman. Under pressure from Warren Harris. Finds Omalabi. Back here towards the captain Holmes. Holmes finding Durley on the far hand side. And Reading keeping the ball well here. Back here with Holmes and has to come across here to Oddy Mayo. Oddy Mayo's got a bit of space to bring the ball in. Finds Lawless under pressure from Chapman. Chapman wins the first ball, but it comes back out here towards Oddy Mayo. Back out here towards Lawless. Lawless, little lovely ball inside, but well won by Mark Nisbet. Nisbet in towards Simon Dunn, finding Chapman. Chapman hits it straight at Manny Williams. Williams holds the ball up though for Slough. Good play by Williams and tries to give it in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn wins the ball back for Slough, finding Swords. He's got Chapman in front of him. And Swords crosses first time. Good ball in. Ben Harris goes up for the ball. It'll come out here towards no one because it's an offside on the far hand side. Good afternoon to Dave the Rave, who's listening from Maidenhead. And still 0-0 here between the two sides. Free kick here for Reading inside their penalty area. And Roberts will take the goal kick here for Reading sometime this afternoon. And it's a long ball in. Taken down by Mark Nisbet on his chest. Goes back towards his goalkeeper, Jack Turner. And Turner just lets the ball run before a long kick down the field here. And Holmes is underneath it. Heads the ball on. Lee Togwell will go cushion the ball headed into the path of Josh Chapman. Down the left-hand side for Josh Chapman today. He's running with the ball. Inside towards Louis Sewell. Sewell's under pressure. Wins a throw on the near-hand side. Halfway inside the Reading half. It will be taken by Josh Chapman in towards Lee Togwell. Plays it back here towards Sam Togwell. Towards Nathan Smart. Spent the entire season at Hartley Whitney apart from those county cup games. In towards Ben Harris. Tries to play it down the line. It comes off Durley last. And it'll be a throw to the Rebels. 10 yards inside. Quickly taken by Smart in towards Warren Harris. Harris back here towards Ben Harris. Ben Harris turns away nicely. Still got the ball in his feet in towards Warren Harris. Gets fouled there and a free kick to the Rebels for a foul on Ben Harris. And it looks as though Simon Dunn will be the set-piece man here for the Rebels today. Missing Matt Lynch, who's cup-tied. Billy Clifford, cup-tied. Francis Amati, Dan Roberts, all cup-tied for the Rebels here this afternoon. And an in-swinging free kick here for Simon Dunn to take. Dunn just waiting for the referee's whistle. All of them lined up on the 18-yard box. Ball goes in. Good catch there. The goalkeeper drops it and then actually falls on top of the ball and claims it as the second time, does Roberts. And Robertson rolls the ball out here towards Cameron Green. Immediately under pressure from Simon Dunn. Inside towards Durley. Durley back towards the goalkeeper. Takes a touch. Simon Dunn tries to chase it down, but comes out here to Oddy Mayo. In towards Lawless. Lawless going to try and find Balogun, but it hits the head of Martin Nisbet. Goes out of play for a throw to Reading. Taken quickly by Oddy Mayo. And finds Holmes as a helicopter comes overhead, which you must be able to hear. Ball's here with Andre Durley. Inside towards Nevers. Tries a clever little ball. And Manny Williams just holds the ball up here. Skips past one. Goes down. No foul. And Manny Williams is just down here at the moment, and that is bad news for the Rebels if he can't continue, as only one sub for Slough means that if he can't continue, Slough will have used their first sub in the first 12 minutes of the game. Manny Williams just trying to get to his feet. I think he just got caught accidentally in the face there. And Manny Williams just got something in his eye. Looks like he's going to get to his feet and be okay. So it'll be a throw here to Reading. Played back here by Balogun to Holmes. Holmes comes across to Durley. Durley now brings the ball forwards. Reading defence not worried about that. Plays it on the far hand side towards Green. Green up against Nathan Smart. Smart does really well. The cut-off point to his goalkeeper cut-off. He finds Sam Togwell, but Sam Togwell's ball only finds Omalabi. Inside here towards Coleman. Coleman finds Holmes just inside his own half. Back out here towards Andre Durley. Durley inside towards Green. Back here towards Holmes. Under pressure from Manny Williams, but skips past him and then plays it out here towards Odimeo. Finding Coleman. Coleman back inside here to Odimeo. Slough with numbers behind the ball. Inside here towards Nevers. Lovely little feet by him, finds Lawless. Reading keeping the ball well in these little triangles that they're playing. Ball's here with Coleman. Looks for the ball inside. Headed away by Sam Togwell. Comes through to Ben Harris. Holds the ball up well in towards Lee Togwell. Togwell gets a shout of man on. Leaves it here to Louis Saws. Saws brings the ball across. Too close to a defender and plays it back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. He looks for that quick ball over on the far hand side towards Warren House. Green with the header away, and now to play for a throw to Slough far hand side. We played. We are up to 14.5 minutes. Still 0-0 between the two sides. But Slough's throw on the far hand side by Nathan Smart. And gets a little 1-2 off a Reading player in towards Lee Togwell. Togwell's ball trying to find Warren House. Green with the clearance. Hits Odimeo. Slough win the ball back here, and it's here with Manny Williams. Manny Williams gets tackled by Durley. Good challenge by the Reading defender. And play down the line. Sam Togwell sold a little bit short here, and a free kick won by Reading for a foul by Sam Togwell just inside the Slough half. And Coleman takes it quickly over on the far hand side to Odimeo. Inside here to Omalabi. Omalabi finding Holmes. Inside towards Coleman. Finding Green on the touch side. Trying to find Bairstow, but no. Intercepted by Mark Nisbet. Finding Simon Dunn. Dunn under pressure from Coleman, but finds Nisbet. Nisbet now finds Chapman. Chapman first time ball down the line. Not the best of balls there by Josh, but Ben Harris just catches Odimeo, and a free kick to Reading. And taken short. Ben will chase the ball back down up there, and it's over here towards Durley. Closed down by Manny Williams. Tries to play it into Bairstow. Bairstow's heavy touch. Warren House wins it, but it finds Coleman on his own 18-yard line. Under pressure from Manny Williams, and Manny Williams is adjudged to have fouled. He has a shot anyway, which is saved, but the ball will be brought back for a free kick to Reading. Good afternoon to, I can't see, Mara Blake, who's listening at the Wheat Sheaf, which is Slough's unofficial pub. Good afternoon to everyone at the Wheat Sheaf who's listening in. Slough win a throw on the far hand side, halfway inside their own half, which Nathan Smart will take. And takes it quickly and throws it back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Turner plays it forward, looking for Warren Harris. Harris ducks, looking for the fact that Louis Swords was on the overlap run, but picked up here by Odimeo and finds Holmes. Out here on the right hand side to Balogun. And Balogun under pressure gives it to Holmes. Balogun not happy with the run of some of his players in front of him. Ball back here to Odimeo. Back towards Holmes. And again, this time he plays it across, looking for Bairstow on the far hand side. Smart with the header away. Lee Togwell flicking it on, trying to find Williams, but Durley comes across. Not the best of clearances by him. Straight out of play for a throw to Slough. Still 0-0 between the two sides, and the atmosphere here today at Largest Lane is very quiet. And The throw comes in from Nathan Smart, trying to find Ben Harris. Can't take it on his chest under pressure. And it's a throw to Reading. And it'll be Cameron Green with the throw on that far hand side. And Green still hasn't taken the throw yet. Takes it looking for Coleman. Coleman can't get there. Bairstow can't get there either. It's Nathan Smart who's just had it nicked off him by Bairstow. So Coleman goes down looking for a free kick, not given. Ben Harris with a little back heel into the path of Warren Harris. Back here towards Ben Harris. Referee will call for a foul there, and he's going to call over Cameron Green, who fouled Warren Harris and gets the first yellow card of the afternoon. And I think he actually showed that to Durley. I'm not sure. Who got it, Rob? Number 8 got the yellow card, so that is Omalabi, who got a yellow card on 19 minutes for the foul on Warren Harris. And Slough now have a free kick roughly just under 30 yards away from goal. Central-ish position, just to the right of the D. And Louis Saws and Ben Harris standing there. I think they're going to leave it for Ben Harris to take the shot. Drills it and forces a really good save from Roberts. Cracking free kick there by Ben Harris. If it had been a foot either side, that would have been a cracking goal. And Roberts saw it all the way and pushed it over the top for another corner to Slough. And Ben Harris will slowly make his way into the box as again it's Simon Dunn to go take the corner on this far hand side. Sorry, near hand side for me. Ball played into the area. It's come off the head of Nisbet out towards Warren Harris. Gets there first, looking for a corner. And it is a corner to the Rebels. Come off a Reading player as he challenged for the ball with Warren Harris. And again, it's Simon Dunn to go across to take this. So Dunn with another in-swinging corner this time. And Slough still with the two centre-backs forwards for this one. Dunn places this one into the box. Holmes with the header away. It comes out here towards Swords. Takes a touch. High ball into the box. Goalkeeper comes for it. Missed by one. It's still bouncing around in the goal mouth. Foot clear by Reading. Sam Togwell gets to the ball and chests it out here towards Louis Swords. Floats the ball back in. It's an aimless ball. Pointless ball, really. And it's well picked up by the goalkeeper, Roberts. And Roberts just rolls it out here towards Toby Holmes. Holmes inside towards Coleman. Coleman trying to orchestrate. Ball over the top here for Bairstow to run. Up against Nathan Smart. Smart comes and gets a touch. Looking for a foul and wins the foul for a foul by Bairstow. And Slough take the free kick quickly, finding Mark Nisbet. Nisbet's ball over the top again. It's over the top of Manny Williams. Sawes tries to come onto it, but Odimeo holds the ball up, finding Holmes, who plays it across the back of the 18-yard line here towards Durley, inside to Odimeo. Omalabi. Ball played in here towards Lawless, playing a central position. Manny Williams, of all people, playing left back, but Nevers was offside. The referee says play on with the ball. And ball's here with Jack Turner. Again, looking for that quick ball out to Warren Harris. Harris head on to head it in towards Ben Harris. It's cleared by Durley and out for another throw to Slough. And I'm wondering if they are going to wait for a short throw. No, I wondered if Sam Togg was going to go for a long throw. They take it short with Nathan Smart in towards Warren Harris. Harris down that right hand side, being helped out by Ben Harris. Ben Harris tries to cross, comes off Ben Harris last. It'll be able to play for a throw to Reading. And Reading will have a throw deep inside their own half. Good afternoon to Gary Isherwood, who's listening from Worthing. And Damien Breslin's listening in as well as we wait for this throw to come in. He's taken it a mile away from where it is, referees. He's gained almost 10 yards with that, trying to take the throw. The referee has spotted it, pushed him back to the corner. And Green's throw goes out of play for a throw to Slough. And again, Nathan Smart takes it short towards Simon Dunn. Gives the ball back towards Smart. Again, down the line for Warren Harris. Harris trying to turn Green. Green does well to defend it, but the ball had gone out of play. And will be another throw to Slough. Halfway inside the Reading half, and again Nathan Smart is the man to take it. I thought they might change it up. Inside towards Mark Nisbet. Smart now trying to cross the ball across the field. Headed away by Di Mayo. Here towards Lee Togwell, finding Source. Source with a heavy touch, but finds the ball to Josh Chapman. In towards Lee Togwell. Slough under pressure from Reading as they're off the ball. Mark Nisbet loses it, and it's played through to Lawless. Back here towards Coleman. Coleman has got Balogun on the right hand side. Doesn't use him. And instead gives it to Omalabi, who's surrounded by two Slough players. In towards Holmes. Holmes finds Durley. Still inside the Reading half though. And the ball played forward, looking for the run of Lawless. Lawless takes a shot and it just scoops through to Jack Turner, lacking a little bit of power in the shot there. But goes through to, I don't know whether there's a little drinking area that's cordoned off for some strange reason. I think it's a disabled area. The ball headed up in the air by Coleman. Holmes with the header away. And it's one back here by Omalabi. Trying to find Green on the far hand side. A little bit behind him, but he gets the ball. Green uses his pace really well to get past Nathan Smart. Inside here for the first shot of the goal. And it's a great effort there by Lawless. Just wide of the goal though. And Jack Turner seemed to have it covered. And now to play for a goal kick to Slough. But again, that pace that this Reading side have, don't forget they're under 23 academy side. And none of them have played first team games and not allowed to be on a contract. But goal kick here for Jack Turner to take. And again he goes looking on the right hand side, this time for Ben Harris. It's flicked on towards Warren Harris on the edge of the 18-yard line. Trying to turn past Green. Gets his crossing, comes off Green and out for a corner to the Rebels. And again, Simon Dunn is the man on the set pieces for the Rebels. And Large's Lane not suitable to get loads of numbers behind. There's literally only standing room behind each goal, so no one deep in numbers. Ball played through. It's bouncing around. Slough pokes it in. And Slough have scored, and it's Sam Togwell who's going to claim the goal for the Rebels. The goal on 25 minutes. Sam Togwell, I think, got it. It's Sam Togwell that seems to be getting the credit there for the goal. It was a bit of a goalmouth scramble, and Slough had two efforts that were cleared. And on 25 minutes, Slough take the leads here. With a goal, a scrambled goal courtesy of Sam Togwell. And it's just waiting for Ben Harris to come back into position, but Slough with the lead here. And it's Reading with the kick-off here with Neves finding Omalabi. Inside here towards Coleman. Oh, Coleman just turns into trouble and wins a cheap free kick there from the referee, Mr. Richardson. Didn't look like a foul. Coleman has it in towards Lawless. Now playing with their heads up here at the moment. Coleman then plays it out here to the left of the three centre-backs, Durley. Durley finding Green, the left wing-back. Back here towards Durley. Durley finding his captain, Holmes. Holmes plays it out here towards Lawless, who makes a bit of space. Nisbet closes him down. Ball in towards Neves. Sam Togwell with the header away. Dunn plays it forwards and wins a free kick for a foul on Simon Dunn. And a free kick for the Rebels just inside their centre circle. And Slough take it quickly, trying to find Warren Harris. Harris takes it down on his chest on the far side, but can't keep the ball in. And it goes out of play for a Reading FC throw. Halfway inside their own half. Cameron Green is the man standing over it. Good afternoon to Graham and Becky who are listening in. They say have a nice summer break. Well, the same to you guys as well. So now trying to win the ball back, and they've done so. Ball's here with Sam Togwell. He's just going to guide it back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Being chased down by Omalabi, but Turner's ball forward, finding Manny Williams, trying to flick the ball onto the path of Swords, but Balogun wins it back and finds Holmes. Holmes inside here to Coleman. Coleman finding Holmes. Balaguin on this right hand side is complaining to every single one of his players. He's in acres of space, doesn't get the ball at all. Ball's played down the left hand side looking for Bairstow. Bairstow flicks it on now towards Nevers. Nevers tries to go round the outside of Sam Togwell but can't control it. It's a throw to the Rebels on the far hand side, just 10 yards inside. Long throw there, and there's a foul by Manny Williams on Holmes, and Holmes has gone down holding his hand. And free kick to Reading, 20 yards away from their goal. They're going to go across their 18-yard box towards the goalkeeper Roberts. Roberts then finds Mayo, bringing the ball out. Ben Harris closes that one down, but picked up by Balaguin. Balaguin comes in, makes a bit of space into the centre, well read by Sam Togwell. Simon Dunn finds Soars. Soars now finding Ben Harris inside the edge of the box. Ben goes past him one way, goes down looking for a penalty, and the referee has given a penalty for a foul by Mayo on Ben Harris. And a couple of the Reading players aren't too impressed with I think Ben just got a touch as he went to go past on the left hand side. There's a yellow card flashed in there. I guess that is to Mayo. I think it's Holmes, the captain, who's getting the yellow cards on 29. And it looks as though Manny Williams will be the man to take this penalty for the Rebels. So Manny Williams just waiting for the referee to make sure that everything is okay. Manny Williams will place the ball down here. Roberts just banging the top of the crossbar here. So Manny Williams here up against Roberts. Williams just taking his time, trying to set his feet, plates it in and puts it into the net. Slowly 2-0. And Manny Williams on Bank Holiday Monday as it scores for the second Bank Holiday Monday in a row. And Manny Williams scores from the spot. And the goal will be timed at 30 minutes. And Slough lead here 2-0. And Manny's just going to come over. I think he might get booked in a second. There's a hat being thrown on the floor. That is in reference to Manny Williams wearing the hat after he scored in the playoff final. Was wearing the Trilby hat. He just put it back on there as well. Lucky not to get a booking, but it's 2-0 to Slough. And the ball's here now with Omar Labby. Inside here to Mayo, who gave the penalty away. Finding Holmes across here to get in towards Durley. Durley under pressure. Slough just happy to keep numbers behind the ball here now at the moment. And Reading go across their back three. Again going across here, playing between the three. This time Green makes a little play inside back here with Holmes towards Green. Green, the left wing back inside the centre circle, trying to help and create. Doesn't get anything. It's back here with Durley. Durley finds a ball across to Mayo. He's got Balaguin on the run. Just shortens his run and chips it down the line here for Lawless. And Jackman clears the ball out of play for a throw to Reading. And Balaguin can actually take it from a lot further forwards if he wants to. Doesn't want to. It's unusual for a player not to gain yards when he can gain yards. Takes his throw in. Balaguin gets it back off Lawless. Under pressure from Soars. Inside here towards Durley. Durley finding Green, who's pulled in as the left of the centre backs. Inside here towards Ethan Coleman. Turns on the edge of the centre circle. Plays it out here again towards Durley. Down the line here for Green. Green just turns. Plays a low ball in. It's one knocked by Simon Dunn in towards Lee Togwell. Togwell being under pressure from Coleman, but then finds ball out towards Nathan Smart. Smart just chipping the ball down the line here for Slough. Two Reading players go for the ball. Warren Harris gets a touch to it. Lee Togwell plays it down the line, looking for Williams. Good control by Williams on the far hand side. Left with the 18-yard box. Holds the ball up, waiting for a bit of help. Comes from Warren Harris, but Holmes redeems himself. But then Manny Williams wins it back and then goes down, wins a free kick for the Rebels. And Manny Williams obviously playing here And I don't understand what's going on here, because the referee's clearly just shown a yellow card to Holmes, but I guess he must have... I thought that Holmes was already booked. I guess that first yellow card was to Mayo. And now the yellow card given on 33 minutes is to Holmes. The referee hasn't sent Holmes off, so I guess that it wasn't clear who he gave that first one to. Dunn takes the free kick. Sam Togwell heads it on straight over the top of the bar, now to play for a goal kick. But everyone here thought it was Holmes that had got the first yellow card. I guess it was Oddy Mayo who got the yellow card for giving the penalty away. The referee was chatting to Holmes when the yellow card was shown. But very confusing, but no one sent off. Mark Nisbet wins the header here. Oddy Mayo plays it back up the field now towards Nevers. It's Sam Togwell who wins the header. Hooks the ball away. There's a head injury here to Nevers, so the referee will just stop the game for a second. And Nevers is back on his feet. Unfortunately, he's going to get some treatment though from the Reading physio. And Simon Dunn just nicking some water out of the Reading FC bag. And Nevers has to leave the field of play because he got some treatment. I don't think he actually wanted the treatment. And we might even get an old-fashioned contested drop ball here, but I've got a funny feeling that one side will kick it back to the other side. And the Reading FC physio having a go at the linesman here, but Nisbet will take the ball and plays it back down the line here towards Roberts, the goalkeeper. So Slough give the ball back. And Roberts rolls the ball out here towards Durley. Durley under pressure from Ben Harris. Skips past him but goes the wrong direction, heading towards his own goal. Hooks the ball down the field. A little push in the back surely, but the referee doesn't see it. Jackman plays it back here towards Turner. Being chased down by Nevers, but Turner hoiks that ball big down the field. And it's through to Louis Sawers, but it goes all the way to Roberts, who claims that ball well. Under pressure, then finds Coleman. Back out here towards Cameron Green. Cameron Green runs inside, beats Ben Harris and finds Holmes. Holmes can play the ball forwards here towards Lawless. Flicks it on here to Balogun down the right-hand side. Balogun crosses in hard and low. Shot first, and it's a goal for Reading. Scored by Nevers. Good play down the right-hand side. Balogun plays the ball in. And Thierry Nevers gets a goal back for Reading on 36. And it's 2-1 here, or 1-2, whichever way you want to say it. But Reading 1, Slough Town 2. And Nevers sending the goalkeeper the wrong way with a lovely touch. And the ball will be played out here towards Josh Jackman. Inside towards Dunn. Leaves it here for Lee Togwell. Lee Togwell bringing the ball forwards here for the Rebels. Inside here towards Sawers. Sawers down that side that we can't see, but still has the ball, surrounded by two Reading players. And Reading have the ball back here, and it's here with Omalabi. And outside here towards Lawless. He's come to the right-hand side, inside towards Nevers. Holds the ball up well for Omalabi. Trying to find Bairstow, but Warren Harris had come back into position to defend well for Slough and plays it back towards Jack Turner. Turner just plays the chip ball down the field, looking for Ben Harris. Holmes first to the ball, but his header comes through to Nathan Smart. Smart being held there by Bairstow. That will be a free kick to Slough. In fact, there's an offside decision for some reason. Turner takes it quickly, looking for Josh Jackman on the far hand side. Jackman heads it inside towards Sawers. Sawers back out here towards Lee Togwell, a little bit away from goal, but he's got Nisbet to the left back position, inside towards Sawers. Sawers back towards Mark Nisbet. Tries to force the ball and gives it away to Durr, but wins it back for Slough, but then Reading win it back as well. And it's here with Coleman. Coleman trying to turn and play the ball out. Good play by him. Lee Togwell comes in, but there was a foul by Martin Nisbet in the build-up and a free kick to Reading just inside their own half. Coleman looks to want to take it quick, but he's going to be holed up and goes backwards here to Odimeo, back here towards Coleman. Inside here towards Odimeo, goes back towards the goalkeeper Roberts. Roberts just on the edge of his 18-yard line. Played forwards here to Durley. He's gone a little bit wider but can't control the ball, and now to play for a throw to Slough. And Nathan Smart will be the player that comes across. And Slough make a bit of a mistake, but Nathan Smart wins it back, but then runs into a couple of players. The ball ricochets kindly off him, but then Odimeo brings the ball forwards here for Reading. Brings really good run, plays it on the inside here to Bairstow. Left here for Nevers. Nevers shoots. Good save though, down low by Jack Turner. Really good save by the Slough goalkeeper. And again, the pace of this Reading side causing Slough some problems. A throw to Reading on the far side. And it's left with Cameron Green, who's going to take it. And the throw comes into Bairstow. Bairstow holding the ball up by that corner. Gets a cross in, but it's easy taken by Jack Turner in the Slough goal. He'll just waits and holds. And release the left back, Josh Jackman. Back here towards Turner. Turner chased down by Nevers, but plays the ball forward. Ben Harris will flick the header on to Manny Williams. Williams trying to flick it out on the far hand side, and it comes off Manny Williams last. It'll be a throw to Reading. Green takes it inside here towards Holmes. Played forwards here towards Coleman. Coleman down the line finding Nevers again. Nevers tries to turn. Good challenge though by, I thought it was a good challenge, but it's actually a free kick to Reading. And a free kick to Reading, just 10 yards inside the Slough half. And they've got to come back, and Cameron Green takes it. Quick. Sorry, mid-yawn there. Ball played out towards Odimeo. Happy to just chip the ball forward. Sam Togwell comes across it, comes off his chest. Slough can't keep it in. It'll be a throw to Reading. Level the 18-yard line. Balogun takes it quickly towards Lawless. Back here with Balogun. Has the ball being pressurised by Saws. Back here towards Holmes on the halfway line. Holmes happy to bring the ball forward. Finds Omalabi. Omalabi under pressure from Manny Williams. Gaze it back here to Odimeo. Inside here towards Durley. Durley inside the centre circle of his own half. Under pressure from Ben Harris. Has to go all the way back towards Roberts, the goalkeeper. Out here now on the left-hand side to Coleman, who's popped up on that side. In towards there, foul by Ben Harris on Coleman. It's a free kick to Reading. Just inside their own half. And Coleman takes it short to Omalabi. Inside to Durley, finding Holmes. Holmes under pressure from Warren Harris, just turns away from him, finding Durley. Durley brings it into the Slough half, but this time Slough have won it. Looking for a free kick with Slough, and Nevers again turns really well. Lee Togwell, superb defending by the Slough midfielder, but gives the ball away though towards Coleman. Coleman chips it out now towards Balogun, who's got a lot of space down this right hand side. Needs a little bit of help. Balogun cuts inside. Lovely little ball, almost gets a 1-2. Comes out though towards Holmes. And Holmes finding Coleman. Coleman chips the ball in. Sam Togwell with the header away. Ben Harris deep for Slough. Oh, lovely ball over the top here for Manny Williams to chase. Williams and can't get it. It's a lucky thing. Come out here towards Manny Williams, but he's stuck up front on his own and surrounded by Reading players. Warren Harris now comes down the right hand side. Back here towards Ben Harris. In towards Warren Harris is up here against Odimeo on the far hand side. Plays it off Bairstow for a throw to the Rebels. Taken quickly towards Nathan Smart. Inside here towards Lee Togwell. Togwell under pressure from Coleman. Back here towards Nathan Smart. Crossed his first time. Headed away well by Omalabi. Lee Togwell heads the ball on. It will come out though here towards Lawless. Under pressure from Simon Dunn. Oh, Dunn wins the first channel, but Omalabi's there to win. And then Lee Togwell fouls there. And I doesn't understand. That should be the first yellow card for the Rebels, because that's a poor challenge by Lee Togwell, but the referee says no free kicking. It's again Reading take it quickly with Omalabi. Finding Durley. Durley inside here towards Omalabi, inside the centre circle. Ben Harris gets a touch, but it comes out on the far side to Green. Back inside towards Holmes. Holmes chipping the ball forwards, looking for the run of Lawless, who'd made a run down the far hand side, but Nathan Smart's there to try and hold the play up, and goes down and gets wins a throw for the Rebels. And Nathan Smart just down on that far hand side. So Damien wants to know how many minutes are played. We're on to 42.5 minutes played so far. It's hooked clear by Slough. Holmes with the header on. Ben Harris trying to win it. Comes out here towards Dunn, but the referee pulls it back for a foul by Ben Harris. And Ben Harris has got to be careful here. He keeps committing these silly little fouls. But the free kick taken again quickly. Played on the far hand side here towards Odime. Across to home. Back towards Durley. Reading just happy to have their centre backs have the ball. Ballaging in a bit of space. Saws reads it well and can bring the ball forward here now for Slough. Saws running at Odime, who gave away the penalty. Takes a shot. It's blocked. It's a handball by Coleman, and the referee hasn't given a penalty for that one. Ball played down the lead here for Neves to chase. Now lacking in a bit of pace. Sam Togwell plays it back towards Neves. Neves has to take a touch, hits it across, and it's here to Nathan Smart, who's under pressure, holds the ball up well towards Lee Togwell. Back out towards Nathan Smart. Smart, those under pressure on the far hand side, but plays it inside towards Lee Togwell. Now Lee Togwell up towards Ben Harris, intercepted though by Durley. Played forward towards Nathan Smart. Uses his body to shield the ball. Inside towards Simon Dunn. Dunn's ball is blocked. Comes out here towards Sam Togwell. Plays it back in towards Turner. And Turner with the long kick down the field. Manny Williams trying to win it. Or come out towards Lee Togwell. Takes a touch. Flips it on the far side towards Manny Williams. He's got Saws on his left hand side if he needs him. Tries to cross it in to the path for Warren Hash. Finds Warren Hash. Just couldn't control it. Being forced wide. Crosses the ball into the box. Ben Harris trying to get there. Him and Holmes clash. And I think that Ben will get a yellow card for persistent fouling here. As Holmes has got to his feet. And Ben Harris does get a yellow card for persistent fouling. And it's on the 45th minute, that foul. I think the Slough fans are a little bit angry about the reaction from Holmes. And Holmes being spoken to by the referee. And it is a free kick to Reading. And those few months out for Ben Harris haven't changed him a little bit at all. As the ball played down the field. Sam Togwell with the header away. Ben Harris does well to flick the ball on. It's a poor header though by Durley. Comes out here towards Ben Harris, who just couldn't stretch to get to the ball. It's here with Durley. Durley inside to Omalabi, finding a bit of space. Here with Odimeo. Plays it inside towards Lawless. Poor touch by him, but maybe Libby brings it forward. Good play here by the midfielder. Inside here towards Nevers. Tries to turn one. And Mark Nisbet with the challenge to win the ball and finds Saws. Saws' ball isn't the best and puts Ben Harris under a bit of pressure. But he plays it past one. He's got to be careful about going in on the challenge there, and Holmes is the player that clears down the line. And out of play for a Slough throw. And we're into a minute of added time. We haven't had a signal of how many minutes of added time there are, but there he goes. Nathan Smart to take the throw. Will go all the way back towards his goalkeeper, Turner. Turner just gets the ball inside of his box. Plays it forward. Manny Williams fighting with Holmes. And Manny Williams trying to win it on the floor. The referee says it's a foul. And I think the Slough fans are just a bit disappointed with the referee just giving so many free kicks here towards Reading for little fouls that weren't really... I didn't think that was a foul. I just thought it was two players going for the ball. But ball's here with Odimeo. Back here with Holmes. And Holmes plays it across towards Durley. Back here with the Reading captain Holmes. Out again towards Durley on the far hand side. And that is the half-time whistle here at Larges Lane, home of Bracknell Town for this Berks and Bucks Cup final, and a game that has come to light with after halfway through the first half. Slough with the 2-1 lead here, and they've had a couple of good chances, but I think Manny Williams just chatting to the referee, asking why he keeps being given fouls against, bearing in mind that Holmes is about twice the size of him and about half his age. But both sets of fans giving applause to the teams as they come off here at half time. It's Reading Academy 1, Slough Town 2, and the story of the first half is Slough had some good efforts early on, then Reading came across with a chance of their own. Ben Harris testing the fingers of Miles Roberts, and then the first goal of the game came from Sam Togwell with a goalmouth scramble where he poked the ball home from around about 3 or 4 yards out. Slough then got a penalty won by Ben Harris for a foul by Odimeo, and it was put away by Manny Williams on Bank Holiday Manny Day, and it was Slough then with a 2-goal lead. That's when Reading started to bring the ball forward and play a lot better, and they started to bring the ball out from midfield with pace, and a ball down the right hand side to Balogun was put in by Neves, who sent Turner the wrong way with a really smart finish on 36 minutes. 3 goals in 11 minutes then, as it was, and a couple of yellow cards given out in some flurries. We believe that Odimeo got the first yellow card, but Holmes got a booking 4 minutes later, but it does seem as though that was given to Odimeo. So there's 3 yellow cards at the moment to Reading, 1 to Ben Harris for Slough. That's obvious that Ben was going to get booked, but as it is half time here, and it's Reading who are losing 2-1 to Slough. So let me just tell you that if you haven't already got your tickets, the awards night is on Friday the 10th of May. There are a few number of tickets available. It's £10 for a ticket. That will get you a fish and chip supper as well. We will be having the Supporters Trust presentations. We'll also have the Players and Managers Player of the Season presentation. And you'll also get to see the new Slough Town away kit as well. That will be launched on that evening as well. So another good reason to come down. You'll see some of the players who are still around, not on holiday. Guy Hollis and Sean Fraser on holiday at the moment. But yep, you'll be able to come down and see that new kit as well, see the players, and there'll be a karaoke party afterwards as well. So good idea to come down. There are a limited number of around about 25 to 30 tickets left, so please try and get those if you can. Just a couple of things for you. Let's give you a half-time quiz for you. Who did Slough beat in the League Cup final 1980-81? That was the last time that they won the Berks and Bucks Cup in that year as well. So last time that Slough won Berks and Bucks Cup was 1980-81. I don't want to know who they beat in the Berks and Bucks Cup, but I do want to know who they beat in the League Cup that season when they won the treble. And question 2, who scored for Slough Town FC the last time they were in a final? That was the League Cup final against Hampton and Richmond Borough, held at Staines. 2 goal scorers in that game. Slough won 3-1. Try and name me those goal scorers if you can. So normally we'd give you loads of half-time scores and whatever, but obviously not many games going on this afternoon. And just seeing some interesting news that Walton Casuals have their managers stepped down. Got their first season. Can I have a Coke? Can of Coke? Brilliant. No, full fat. Walton Casuals manager just kept his team up first time they were at that level. Kept his team up on the last day of the season with a victory and won the cup as well, County Cup. He stepped down, which is quite a strange thing. He's been there 4 years as well, so a little bit strange, but there you go. And So we're just having a look here. The Slough fans now making their way behind that goal to our right hand side where Slough will be shooting the second half. Like I said, there's not a lot of room here at Larges Lane to everyone to group together. It's like there's enough room behind the goal for one person standing and one person walking behind. So not the greatest of depth in this ground here, but it is quite. Although Larges Lane has been here for quite a while, it was redeveloped with a 4G pitch. And they've actually done circles on their pitch. So if anyone from Slough Borough Council is listening, if you could get your guys that mow the pitch to do circles, it's really nice actually. Just looks a little bit different. But there you go. So that's that. Just a couple of things for you. The new season for the National League will start on August the 3rd. Everyone's going to bring me a drink now. I'm going to get 2 drinks. I'm going to get a cup of tea and a can of Coke. So I'll just hold on for a second. I got biscuits as well. Oh, brilliant! All right, I don't know. I'll put those there. Yeah, you put that down there. Wicked. But I need the can of Coke. Brilliant. I need a can of Coke this afternoon. We've got a bit of a hangover, so I got some biscuits brought to me as well. So thank you to Craig Edwards, who's the commercial manager for Slough, and also Bill Hing from the Berks and Bucks for giving us those. We'll just have a quick drink and we'll be back with you. Just see that Billy Clifford is here today this afternoon. Billy obviously not in the team because he played for Billericay in their county cup, and he is actually was on loan from Billericay. So Billy is gone back to Billericay now, so he's not a Slough Town player. And the problem is because Billy's on a contract. Oh, jeez. Oh dear. Apologies, I almost died on there though. Because Billy's on a contract, he won't be able to sign for Slough because Slough don't pay fees for players. They're not in that kind of position. So Billy has gone back to Billericay. If his circumstances change where his contract gets revoked or he goes out on loan again, I'm sure that Slough will be interested in signing him. I've got some kids out on the pitch at the moment, just having a little kick around. They were the mascots from earlier on. So we're just going to have a cup of tea and some biscuits while the half-time breaks on. We won't miss any of the football. We'll be back in time for that. Right, so the management team of Slough are back out for the second half. That means they'll just leave the players in there for a few minutes. Where's the cursor gone on the screen? I can't find it. So, the management team of Slough are back out. They'll leave the players in there for a little while. Just seen Josh Chapman's mum just walk past. But we haven't had any kind of announcement of the crowd or anything here at the moment at Largers Lane. So, but there is a good number here. Unfortunately, they're all just stood next to each other as they stood around the pitch. But we'll see if we get any kind of announcement as what the attendance was. For those of you that haven't kept up to date with the playoffs, as it were, in the National League South, Concord Rangers were kicked out of the playoffs for not having enough seats. So that meant that Chelmsford had a bye. So the first game was Bath City at home to Wealdstone. Wealdstone won that game 2-0. Yesterday you had the two semi-finals, and that was Welling versus Chelmsford and Woking versus Wealdstone. Wealdstone went into a 2-goal lead in that game. Woking got it back with a goal on 79, then got an equaliser on 86. And then with a 93rd minute winner, Woking beat Wealdstone 3-2 to make it into the playoff final. And then in the other game, Welling were 2-0 up against Chelmsford. Chelmsford again got it back to 2-2. And then in that game, a 96-minute penalty by Welling United put them 3-2 up, and they travel to Woking next week on the Sunday, I believe it is. So they'll travel to Woking on the Sunday to play in the National League South final. So it will be either Welling or Woking that will join Torquay United in the National League. There is some confusion going on at the moment because of the fact that Gateshead are in some kind of financial trouble, that you may see a reprieve for one of the teams that finished third from bottom in either the National League North or National League South. So that could mean that Truro would get a reprieve. As it is coming up at the moment, we still need the final of the Southern League, which has had a few postponements due to ineligible players. But that final is going to be... I think the final is being played today, which is Kings Lynn at home to Alvechurch. But then from that, Kings Lynn would have to play in the Super Playoff final. And they will play the winners from the northern side. And I can't think of who that was now. I think it was Spennymoor Town. I'm not sure, but... there you go. So, but that's what's going on in that. So the National League South finals aren't confirmed, and clubs coming up into the National League South at the moment stands at Weymouth are coming up. They won their league, and I'm trying to think who was in the other league, but I can't remember. But there you go. The players are starting to come out now for the start of the second half. And it's the Reading players coming out first here. So we'll keep our eyes on any substitutions. Your half-time quiz answers then for you was which side did Slough play in the League Cup final against on 1980-81, the last time they won the Berks and Bucks Cup. When the Berks and Bucks Cup, they beat MK City, Milton Keynes City as they were called then. They beat them, but in the League Cup they actually beat Walthamstow. And in the two scorers the last time that Slough won trophies was Josias Carbon and Ian Hodges. It looks as though Slough will make a substitution for the start of the second half, and it looks as though it's going to be Scott Davies who comes on for his 50th appearance. Scott Davies' 50th appearance for the Rebels. And it looks as though he may well have come on for Ben Harris. But we'll wait for confirmation of that. But that does look like the substitution. Mark Nisbet just coming out now. And Josh Jackman. So it does look like that is the thing. I'm just going to count up the Slough players. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's the substitution is Ben Harris off and Scott Davies on. So Ben Harris off, Scott Davies on is that half-time substitution for you. And that means that Slough have used up all their substitutes this game. And Slough will be shooting from left to right this second half. They'll also have the kick-off. No tannoy announcement of any kind here, but it is Scott Davies on for Ben Harris. And it's going to be Slough with the kick-off. We're just waiting for the referee to do that, and he gets it. And it played all the way back straight here towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal, who plays it forwards here, looking for Warren Harris. Green with the header away, only as far as Lee Togwell. Holds the ball up here, finding Nathan Smart. Looks as though Slough will go to a 4-3-3 formation. Smart just turns the ball out of play, and out for a throw to Reading. And the ball's here at the moment with Durley. Durley under a bit of pressure. And the ball goes back here towards Holmes. Holmes plays it out on the far hand side. Josh Chapman makes a mistake, but Mark Nisbet's there to cover for Slough. And it does look as though Slough will go 4-3-3 for this second half. And a long ball forwards with Soars seem to be playing as a central striker with Warren Harris and Manny Williams off him. He's got ball with Warren Harris now. Skips past, runs past one. Where wins a free kick for a foul there by Cameron Green. And it'll be a free kick for Slough just on the edge of the box, just a couple of yards level with the 18-yard line. And Simon Dunn is the player standing over this free kick here for the Rebels. Two-man wall for Reading. So Simon Dunn with this free kick goes for goal, and it's forces a good save from Roberts there, who just manages to hold on to the ball. They're going into the near top corner, but Roberts now with a kick down the field here. But Jackman with the head away. Not the best of headers. It comes through to Bairstow. Not the best of touches. And Nathan Smart comes across for Slough to hook that up. That's going dangerously into our commentary position. Hits the roof of the things. We were holding on there. We were hoping that wasn't going to come and hit us in the commentary position, because that would have been quite funny. But it'll be a throw here to Reading. Cameron Green will be the player that takes us almost in front of our position here. And Green takes it short in towards Coleman. Gives it back towards Green. He plays it down the line for Nevers. Nevers flicks it into the path for Bairstow. Bairstow's been fairly quiet. Crosses the ball in first time, but it's too far away. And Jock Turner grabs hold of that ball and tries to get Slough on the attack here. Trying to find the start of Manny Williams. Headed away though by Wadimeo. Amalabi heads it back on. Inside here towards Balogun. Just runs into a couple of players, but still holds on to the ball well. And then gives the ball away to Lee Togwell. Togwell now finding Warren Harris. Harris inside towards Manny Williams. Stretches for the ball. Finds Scott Davis. Lee Togwell with the ball forward. Intercepted though by Durley. Durley under pressure from Manny Williams. Gets the ball back a bit too close from Holmes. Has to turn towards Holmes and goes through. Slough trying to win the ball back. Scott Davis trying to nick it off there, but Holmes does well and finds Coleman. Good play there by the Reading captain. Here with Coleman coming further forwards. Gets the ball out towards Cameron Green. Green cuts inside with the ball still at his feet. Plays a lovely little dink ball through, but unfortunately Nevers just didn't read it, and it runs through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Ball's here with Jack Turner. Long kick down the field looking for Manny Williams. He slips and Green heads it away. Nathan Smart will try and hold the ball up here. Under pressure from Bairstow. Turns away. Holds it into Sam Togwell. Togwell finds goalkeeper Turner. Turner's long kick is taken by Holmes on his chest, but one back by Scott Davies in towards Simon Dunn. Ball over the top here for Warren Harris to come down the near hand side. Gets being forced away. Oh, he crosses it in, but well read there by Durley. Good defending. And now the ball's here with Coleman. Coleman tried to chip it in. Again, Scott Davies stretches to win the ball back here for Slough. Here now with Lee Togwell finding Saws down the right hand side. He's got a bit of space. He's got Nathan Smart on his outside if he needs him. Finds him. Down the line for Saws. Saws being under pressure from Green, having his shirt pulled, but holds the ball up to Saws. And then gives it to Lee Togwell. Sold a bit of a short one. Goes in and wins the ball. Ball's here now with Nathan Smart. Crosses in first time. Too close to the goalkeeper, which drops the ball and manages to get hold of it before it crosses the line. And then rolls it out here towards Balogun. Down the right hand side, the right wing back. Inside here to Omalabi. Just a little bit loose, but Omalabi picks the ball up here with a little 1-2 from Coleman. Back here with Omalabi. Out here towards Green. Green playing a little bit deeper here in the second half. Back to Omalabi. Slough trying to pressurise. Ball's here with Durley. Durley again under pressure with Slough now playing free up front. In towards Coleman. Back towards Durley. Durley now being urged to bring the ball forwards. Intercepted though by Lee Togwell. And Togwell finds Scott Davies. Davies has a bit of time. He's got Josh Jackman on the over left hand side, but he sold him a bit short with a ball that wasn't the best, and Jackman's out of position here at the moment. And the ball's here with Ethan Coleman. Back across here to Cameron Green. Back in towards Coleman. And Coleman trying to feed the ball through to Balogun. Intercepted by Josh Jackman, and his ball will find Scott Davies. Davies hits it with the outside of his foot. Lovely little ball here for Manny Williams to chase onto, but Odimayo's over there, so when it goes, plays it out of play, and it's a throw to Slough. And comes off the Reading player last. And a throw to Slough halfway inside the Reading half. Reading player thinks it's his throw. So he's just wasted a little bit of time there, but it's a throw to Slough that Josh Jackman will take on that far side. Jackman needs a little bit of space, so it comes from movement comes from Manny Williams. Finds Simon Dunn. Dunn crosses in first time, but Holmes reads the ball well. Played forwards for Coleman to bring it out. And Coleman forgets to take the ball back. Won by Josh Jackman, finding Saws. Saws plays it out here towards Nathan Smart. Smart has a bit of time here. Comes down the right-hand side. Still running with the ball, because he has played up as a winger before as Nathan Smart. Ball's here with Warren Harris. Inside towards Smart. Well, back here towards Warren Harris. Tries to play it through. Comes off Warren Harris last. It'll be a throw to Reading. And taken quickly here towards Durley. Durley, lovely little ball over the top. Oh, Sam Togwell gets the head to it, but Lawless gets the other side. Just couldn't control it properly, but has it on the left-hand side. Edge of the 18-yard box. Tries to play it in. It hits Nevers before he can control it and rolls through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner again trying to get Slough down the field quickly. It's Holmes with the header away. Warren Harris wins the next header and is able to get his body in the way to win the ball back and find Scott Davies. Davies down the line here towards Saws. Saws trying to little back heel off. Comes off Green last. It'll be a throw to the Rebels. Halfway inside the Reading half. Scott Davies takes it quickly. Little 1-2 here with Nathan Smart. Back in towards him. Towards Lee Togwell. Back towards Smart. Inside here towards Dunn. Hit at him with pace, and Dunn has to go all the way back towards goalkeeper Turner. Under a bit of pressure, but Turner, long kick down the here for Louis Saws to chase, but the goalkeeper does really well. Comes to the edge of his box and claims the ball. And it's up in the air there by Roberts, the goalkeeper. Sam Togwell heads it the wrong way, but he gets a bit of luck. It comes out towards Jackman. Jackman inside towards Simon Dunn, finding Mark Nisbet. Nisbet control it and plays it out towards Josh Jackman. Jackman under pressure, finding Scott Davies. Davies will go all the way back towards Turner in the Slough goal. We've played 8 minutes of the second half. Still Reading 1, Slough Town 2. Turner, long ball down the field, easily taken away by Odimayo. Good ball now here towards Lawless, who's popped up in. Did a 1-2 with Nevers. Just puts Lawless on the back foot. Plays it in, and Scott Davies is standing there in that position. Ball play forward, trying to find Manny Williams. Odimayo with the header away, but Slough first to the ball here with Lee Togwell. Ball on the far hand side for Warren Harris to chase. Durley's there for Reading, and Durley does well to control and put his body in the way. It's out for a throw to Reading FC. And Green to take the throw, but he hasn't got much of an option. Coleman in the end does come back. It's hooked away by Durley. It'll be a free header for Sam Togwell. And his header comes through towards Saws. Saws on the edge of the box, trying to hold the ball up here for Slough. Finding Simon Dunn. Dunn needs a little bit of help. He's been chased down by Coleman. Has to go all the way back towards Mark Nisbet on the halfway line. He'll play it across here towards Sam Togwell. In towards Scott Davis. Davis finding Nathan Smarts. Now trying to keep hold of the ball. Ball over the top here for Warren Harris to chase, but Green's trying to shield him off, but he comes across and Green hooks the ball clear out of play for a throw to the Rebels, and Slough want to take it quickly with Nathan Smart in towards Saws. Saws just overruns the ball, but keeps the ball in by that down that line. Gives it back here towards Nathan Smart. Poor ball intercepted by Omalabi. And Omalabi holds the ball off towards Green, inside towards Durley. Reading happy to play it across their box. Ball played out on the far hand side to Ballagin. Heads the ball into play. Under pressure from Simon Dunn. Hits Simon Dunn on the hand. It'll be a free kick to Reading. And it's a free kick, 25 yards, so almost halfway inside the Reading half here for Oddy Mayo to take. And long ball forwards, and Nisbet just ducks underneath it to let the ball run through to Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner just pokes the ball out here towards Sam Togwell, gets the ball back. Nevers will chase it down. Ball played out here looking for Josh Chapman. Chapman flicks his little header on, only as far as Oddy Mayo. Inside here towards Coleman. Coleman dinks the ball in towards Nevers. Nevers takes one more touch too many, finding Bairstow. Bairstow hits his cross in. It comes off Nathan Smart, and now to play for a corner to Reading. And it's going to be Lawless who goes across to take this corner. And Slough just watching as Reading all lined up on the far hand side, too close to the goalkeeper, who takes it down well and wins a free kick as well for a foul. And Turner takes it quickly here, looking for Josh Jackman, who's gained a bit of space here. Manny Williams is offside, but he has to hold the ball up and then plays it towards Manny Williams, who's come inside, down the left-hand side. Overlap for Jackman to chase, but Holmes is there for Reading. And Manny Williams just filling in at left-back at the moment while Jackman's up the field. Ball out, though, by Miles Roberts, and it's out of play for a throw to Slough. And it's Slough to take it through to Scott Davis, finding Turner. Turner's ball comes in. Good ball forwards there towards Dunn. Dunn finding Manny Williams, but he just overruns the ball. It's back here with Omalabi. And Omalabi holding the ball up on the far hand side. This loses the ball out to Manny Williams. Williams just puts his body in the way, brings the ball, and it came off Omalabi last for a throw to Rebels. Jackman to take this throw. Down the line, looking for Williams. Williams turns his man well, holding the ball up. Needs a bit of help. Looking for a free kick and wins a free kick for a foul by Oddy Mayo. And the Slough fans trying to get some singing going on, but they're a little bit muted on the far side. Slough take their free kick quickly towards Mark Nisbet. Inside here towards Scott Davies. Davis, lovely little ball on the far hand side for Warren Harris, down this near hand side. Plays it inside here, looking for Lee Togwell. Lee Togwell gets a second chance to win it. Gets a shot across the goal. It's hooked clear though by Oddy Mayo. Underneath it is Coleman. Coleman beaten off to the ball by Nathan Smart. Back out here towards Warren Harris. Inside towards Saws. Saws just looked like he got caught. Referee says play on. Saws down the right hand side. Crosses comes off Green for a corner to the Rebels. Their first of the second half. And all eyes on the referee for some of the decisions that he's maybe missing this afternoon. But again, Simon Dunn is the player that goes across to take this corner. Slough just having a chat. Every Reading player is back inside their 18-yard box. Every single one of them is back in there. As Dunn takes the ball in. It's headed off the line by thing. There's a shout for a handball, which the referee didn't give, and Reading can try and attack here on the far hand side. The ball will come out on the far side to Balogun. Chipping the ball forwards here towards Neves, but there's an offside and a free kick to Slough. But Holmes with a really good header there as the ball seemed to be curling into the top corner. And I think Turner's trying to go for goal, but Turner went for goal, way wide of the goal, and easily claimed by Roberts. He rolls it out here to Coleman. Coleman back in towards Durley. Durley finding the captain, Holmes. Holmes trying to force the ball down the field here towards Lawless. Nisbet with the challenge, out of play for a throw to Reading. 15 minutes gone in the second half almost. See a substitution for Reading, coming off his number 10, who is Coleman. And coming on is number 15, who is Oliver Pendlesbury. So Pendlesbury on for Reading, their first substitution of the game. And the throw comes in. Sam Togwell gets first to it, hooked away by Simon Dunn. Looking for Manny Williams. Williams trying to turn, but the ball comes off the head of Holmes. It'll be a throw to the Rebels. And they take it quickly, trying to find Source. Source just overstretches to the ball. Noddy Mayo wins it, but Source gets his body in the way. Slough win a throw level with the 18-yard box. And Josh Jackman is the player to take this throw for Slough. Tries to throw it into the box, and Manny Williams trying to do that, but Holmes is first to the ball for Reading. Tries to hook it down, and it comes off Josh Jackman and out for a throw to Reading. And we're waiting for Balogun to take this throw. I think he's going to leave the throw in the end. Does he? No, Balogun is going to take the throw. Up in the air, Josh Jackman with the header on. Lee Togwell towards Sam Togwell, who heads it forwards. Holmes controls it, but not the best of controls. But it was one back there by Noddy Mayo. Holmes trying to turn, and he gives the ball away here towards Simon Dunn. Down the right-hand side here for Manny Williams. Crosses in, looking for a handball, and in the end it's a corner won by Slough. And Noddy Mayo, who gave away the first penalty. I think it was ball to hand more than anything else. And again, Simon Dunn will be the player that takes this corner for Slough if the ball ever comes in. Well, there's two balls there now. So we're going to have a stoppage there. So Simon Dunn will take this out-swinging corner here for Slough. Just waiting for a bit of movement. Comes into the box. It's Josh Jackman with the header, and Roberts has to tip the ball over the top of the bar there from a Josh Jackman header, and out for another corner to the Rebels. And Damon Preston wants to know what the score is. It's Reading 1, Slough 2. And again, Simon Dunn is the player to take this corner. Again, another out-swinging corner. Dunn this time plays in with something, headed away by Noddy Mayo. Comes out here towards Scott Davies. Davies goes all the way back towards Jack Turner, who's just halfway inside his own half. Not the best of clearances by Jack, but it will come out towards Sam Togwell, who heads this ball on trying to find Source. Source up here against Durley. Source trying to go past him. Skips past two. Still going. Plays it inside here towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet tries to turn it back in. Nisbet stretches for the ball, and it comes off Nisbet last for a goal kick to Reading. And you'll see another substitution for Reading on the far hand side. Coming off, I think, is number 2, which is Balogun. Coming on is number 16, who is Marcel Elver Fontaine. So, 2 changes for Reading, something that Slough couldn't possibly do. And it'll be a goal kick here to Reading FC. And Paul play forward by Roberts over the head of Bairstow. It'll come through to Nathan Smart. Just checks the ball back here to Jack Turner. Not the best of touches, but Jack Turner gets there first, and Nevers pulled out of the challenge. Ball play forwards, headed away by Holmes. It will come out here towards Green. Green under pressure from Warren Harris. Plays the ball into Omalabi. Omalabi caught there by Scott Davies. Takes the free kick quickly, finding the Reading captain Holmes. Inside here to the substitute Pendlesbury. His first touch of the ball. Ball's back here with Holmes. Spreads it across to Odimeo. And Odimeo's ball finding Bairstow, who's got a bit of space. Blowing down this left-hand side, trying to run at the Slough defence. He's going to cross the ball in too close to the goalkeeper, Turner, who takes that easily. And it's Turner with this ball forward. Not the best of balls forwards. Warren Harris chips the little header on, only as far as Holmes. Holmes skips past one, has the ball back inside towards Pendlesbury. Turns away from Lee Togwell. Under pressure though, and finds Odimei on the far-hand side. Inside here towards Lawless. Plays the ball in up towards Neves. Neves holds it up. Tries to turn it out here towards Pendlesbury. Just hits him, and he can't control it. Out of play for a Slough Town throw, just inside the Reading calf. And it's Josh Jackman with the throw down that far hand side, trying to find Manny Williams. Williams surrounded by three players, almost gets the ball and tries to win it back off, but fouls the substitute Elva Fontaine. And again, Reading take the free kick quickly here with Omalabi. Across here towards Durley, finding Bairstow. Bairstow up against Nathan Smart, chips the ball down the line, straight out of play for a throw to the Rebels. And Slough want to take it all the way further forwards where Nathan Smart is standing, right in front of us here. And it's given to Scott Davis, first time ball forwards. Holmes with a touch, hooks it clear with his second touch. Sam Togwell heads the ball away. Comes back here towards Holmes. His touch just falls to the side and finds the substitute Elva Fontaine. Under pressure has to go back to Odimeo. Has the ball down that right hand side. Tries to play it inside to Nevers. Nevers trying to turn. Runs into two Slough players. It's Scott Davis who brings the ball here away for Slough. But just going backwards. Just now has it. Trying to play it in towards Sam Togwell. Finding Nathan Smart down the right back position. He's going to chip it down the line, looking for the run of Swords. Swords just doesn't take it properly, but gets to the ball and then turns away from Omalabi. Still going with it, just looking for a free kick. Referee says no free kick. And the ball's now played on the far-hand side to Elva Fontaine. Inside his own half for 5 yards, into Lawless, but Nisbet just takes it away from him, finding Sam Togwell in towards Lee Togwell. Back here towards Sam Togwell. They go all the way back towards Turner in the Slough goal. Turner, long kick down the field. Free. A bit of control there for Holmes under no pressure. Manny Williams now chases down the goalkeeper Roberts. Roberts with the clearance hits Omalabi. Back here towards Odimeo. Finding Durley. Durley now outside here towards Bairstow. First time ball in towards Green. Green just trying to run with it, just overruns it, and again Scott Davis first to the ball for Slough. In here towards Lee Togwell to Swords. Swords plays it forward to Manny Williams, tries to leave it for Warren Harris, but intercepted by Reading, and it's here with their captain Holmes. Holmes inside to Omalabi, under pressure from Scott Davis, does really well to win the ball, and then Simon Dunn gets crunched there, and that's a free kick to the Rebels. Omalabi is on a yellow card, so he's got to be a bit careful there. And it will be a free kick here to Slough, 30 yards away from goal. Standing over is Scott Davies. Now Scott Davies has never scored for Slough, but on the first game that he left Slough, he went to Kingstonian and scored a cracking free kick into the top corner. So Scott Davies standing over this one. It'll be a two-man Reading wall. And it's Scott Davies, the Slough substitute, standing over this free kick here for Slough. Plays it in, headed away really well by Odimeo. Swords trying to flick it back in. It's bouncing around. Sam Togwell gets his body into it. Comes out here towards Nisbet. Chips it out on the far hand side. Odimeo with the header away. And Lee Togwell battling with Elva Fontaine. One back here by Manny Williams on the edge of the box. Still holding the ball up. And he's up against two Reading players. Looking to try and hold it up, still got it out, and it goes off for a throw to Slough. And it's a throw taken by Josh Chapman in towards Simon Dunn. Back here towards Chapman. Chapman immediately under pressure from Pendlebury. Looking for a free kick. Wins a free kick. And again, it's Simon Dunn again standing over this free kick here for Slough. Slough, of course, can't warm up any subs. They've only come into the game with one sub due to the ineligible players and players on holiday. But Dunn has this free kick. It's around about 15 yards away from goal, but right down that sideline. Dunn plays it in hard and low. Chapman flicks it through. Hooked away, though, by Green. Lee Togwell with the header here. It will go all the way back here towards Turner, who comes in almost to the centre circle to play the ball forward. Ball played forwards, and it bounces up in the air. Chapman goes up with the goalkeeper, and the goalkeeper grabs it bravely in front of Josh Chapman. And the ball's here with Omalabi. Inside here towards Green. Green back here towards Pendlebury. Pendlebury just chips the ball forwards. It'll come through here towards Nathan Smart, looking for a free kick and wins it. Kathleen Porter says she's managed to listen to us in the car on the way home. Well, there you go. DAB radio. Slough have a free kick. It's halfway inside their own half. It's Jack Turner who's going to come across to take this. And Turner flays the ball down here. Headed away by Durley. Only as far as Scott Davis. Let's cushion header back in. Back out here towards Davis, who turns away from Green. Little ball inside here towards Nathan Smart. Smart down this right-hand side. Touch inside towards Swords. Swords having a very good second half. Back here towards Smart. Smart plays in. Comes off Omalabi, and now to play for a throw to the Rebels. And the throw is right by around about 6 yards away from the corner flag. Looks like Scott Davies is going to go across to take a long throw into the box for the Rebels. And Nisbet and Sam Togwell have just gone forwards for Slough into the box. So Slough looking for a long throw here from Scott Davis. He throws it in. Headed away by Durley. It'll come straight back out for another throw. And we've played 26 minutes of the second half. Still Reading 1, Slough 2. And again another long throw comes into the box. Headed across here. Lee Togwell plays it forwards. And Roberts makes a save. There's an offside though against Louis Swords, and I think Swords was the last player to touch it. And it's a free kick to Reading FC inside their penalty area for an offside. There's a substitution on the far hand side. Final one of the game coming off is Bairstow for Reading, who hasn't really had a very good game. Ethan Bairstow coming off. Coming on is Khalid Simno. So Simno is the player on. So Reading have used all three of their substitutes. As Roberts takes the kid, looking for Elva Fontaine. It's Josh Chapman who wins it. Comes off Pendlebury towards Manny Williams. Williams trying to skip past a couple of challenges. Wins the ball back. Still under pressure. It's come out here for Reading towards Pendlebury. Closed down well by Scott Davis. Davis just holds the ball up for Slough. Some few little tricks. Trying to play it across here. We go all the way back here towards Jack Turner. And Turner launches a long kick down the field. Jackman's gone forward as well. Lee Togwell with the header. Comes out here towards Manny Williams. Trying to go past. He gets caught there, and that's another free kick here for a foul by Pendlebury. And Manny Williams just taking a breather. And a free kick for Slough. Good 40 yards away from goal. And Scott Davis again is the man standing over this free kick here for the Rebels. And a two-man wall again for Reading. That's a very, very long 10 yards. Scott Davis it is who chips the ball in. It comes out here towards Sam Togwell at the far post, being forced wide by Pendlebury. Sam Togwell trying to beat him, trying to get through. Pendlebury just holding him off and winning the ball. Gets a good clearance, but only as far as Scott Davis. Takes a touch. Poor touch. He gets a lucky deflection towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet's ball can't be cleared, and Elva Fontaine loses out towards Mark Nisbet. Here with Scott Davies. And Davies goes all the way back towards Jack Turner again. Turner, first time ball forward again, looking for Simon Dunn on that far hand side, but he can't reach it. Out of play for a Reading throw. And a throw that the substitute Elva Fontaine will take. And Lee Togwell heads it on here towards Simon Dunn. Little cushion head trying to find Williams. Holmes with the little stooping header finding Oddie Mayer. Goes all the way back towards the goalkeeper Roberts. 29 minutes of the second half gone. And it's Holmes. Plays it into Omalabi. Omalabi finding Durley. Durley inside towards Lawless. Ball inside here towards the substitute Simno. Wins the ball back here towards Omalabi finding Lawless. Lawless under pressure from Warren House. Wins the ball as Warren House in towards Saws. Saws now trying to chip the ball into the path of Manny Williams, just over his head. And Slough couldn't gamble on the loose ball. And it's here one back by Pendlesbury. And the Pendlesbury in towards the Reading captain Holmes. Back here towards Pendlesbury. Under pressure. Gives it ball towards Holmes. Holmes just has to get it back here towards Roberts. Roberts under pressure from Dunn. The ball actually hits Dunn. It will come through to Scott Davis. His little touch finds Saws. Saws in towards Nathan Smart. Smart inside to finding Saws. Saws a lovely little ball over the top for Warren House down the right hand side. Needs a good cross. Crosses it to the far hand side. Great header away though by Oddie Mayo. And it will be kept in there by Simno. Simno can bring the ball forwards now for Reading. Has a lot of pace about him. Played it in. Scott Davis with a touch to the ball. And then wins the ball back a second time and a third time to Scott Davies. And a real shame that Scott Davies decided to leave the football club when he did. Brings a lot to the game. And it looks like Nevers has got a bit of a problem there as Scott Davies, who of course played for Reading. As the ball played in aimlessly by Pendlesbury, headed away by Mark Nisbet in towards Simon Dunn. Back here now towards Nisbet. Nisbet goes all the way back towards Turner. Michelle Mystery wants to know the score. Michelle, it's a mystery. It's Reading 1, Slough 2 at the moment. But Nevers has gone down injured, and it does mean, of course, that Reading have used all their subs now. And this little break in play gives some of the Slough players a chance to grab a quick drink. And Nevers just getting some treatment here. And just this bit of a break in play as Nevers needs some treatment. So we're just Nevers still down at the moment. So and the Slough Town fans have finally found their voice. They've also found a way of grabbing hold of the nets behind the goal. So I'm not sure who done that. In the Southern League other semi-final playoff thing, it's Met Police 1, Poole 0. And that means that Met Police would then go into a super playoff against somebody else. I can never remember. These things go on, they're stupid. The referee has waited. Nevers has gone off the pitch. He looks like he'll be fine to come on. And the referee just drops the ball for Jack Turner on the edge of his penalty area. We're into the final 13 minutes of the game. Still with this 2-1 lead. Reading temporarily down to 10 men until Nevers does come back on. Warren House up against Green. Nevers back on the field. So Reading back to 11. Ball played in. Lee Togwell with the header forwards. Holmes takes a touch and then lets it run through to Roberts. Now looking for a back pass. Not given. And Roberts rolls the ball out here to Oddie Mayo. Oddie Mayo just has the ball at his feet. Finding the substitute Elva Fontaine on the far hand side. Back here towards Oddie Mayo. It's got Manny Williams in front of him. Back here towards the goalkeeper Roberts. Roberts just has the ball inside his penalty. Tried to chips it out, looking for the substitute Simno. Played the ball inside here towards Pendlesbury. Pendlesbury hits the ball straight at the head of Nathan Smart, and it's here with Scott Davies. Davies plays it back towards Nisbet. Nisbet first time ball out towards Chapman. Chapman's under pressure on the far hand side, back towards Nisbet who can clear. And looking for Manny Williams. The header comes above him. Pendlesbury flicks the ball on, only as far as Nathan Smart. Lovely little touch ball back here towards Sam Togwell. In towards Scott Davies. Scott Davies goes back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal will take a touch. And then looks to play the ball on the far hand side. Holmes has plenty of time to control the ball, but Manny Williams has sneaked it off him and found Soares. Or he's dived straight in on Soares, but Soares has kept hold of the ball, trying to find Warren Harris. Harris just being forced wide, gets a shot in, it's blocked. He gets the ball back out to him inside the penalty box, trying to turn here up against Green. Needs a little bit of help. Help comes from Lee Togwell. Inside towards Scott Davies. Davies will chip the ball out on the far hand side, finding Josh Chapman. Chapman's just under pressure though from Elva Fontaine. Gives the ball here towards Nisbet. Nisbet being closed down by Nevers, who's found a bit of pace after limping off. Here with Sam Togwell in towards Scott Davies. Davies finds Lee Togwell. Lee Togwell could see the ball to Nathan Smart, but Simno was there. He played it back towards Jack Turner. Played forward here for Josh Chapman. Heads it on towards Soares. Soares is offside. And a free kick here to Reading. Got 10.5 minutes of normal time plus whatever the referee adds on. Pendlesbury plays the ball out here towards Durley. Durley in towards Green. Green tries to keep coming inside. Gives the ball to Simno. Heavy touch by him, and Slough win the ball back here with Manny Williams. Williams holds off a couple of challenges. Still with the ball at his feet. Skips past another, then gets fouled, and it's a free kick. And Pendlesbury will be spoken to by the referee for that foul. And Manny's just going to... And he just slowly gophering to his feet. So a free kick for Slough, 35 yards away from goal. Manny Williams just getting to his feet now. His little legs just lifting his body up. He looks like a 59-year-old man that's played 80 minutes. But Scott Davis will take this free kick. I got a funny feeling Scott Davis might go for goal here. And it's Scott Davis who takes it, crosses the ball in. Warren Harris heads it away the wrong way. The ball will come out though here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn on the far right hand side, trying to keep it in. He wins a free kick for a foul by Elva Fontaine. And it's Simon Dunn that's taken this free kick. It's on the far wide hand side. He's around about 12 yards away from goal, but it's a couple of yards away from the tram line down that left hand side. They're going to actually leave it for Scott Davies to take. Scott Davies making his 35th appearance for the Rebels this season. And Davies hits it in with some power, bouncing around. It hits Mark Nisbet on the leg and goes wide of the goal and out for a goal kick. So Roberts has to act as ball boy to go and get the ball. We're into the less than 10 minutes to go. Reading 1, Slough Town 2. The ball's taken short here towards Durley. Durley inside towards Holmes. Reading happy to just play the ball across. In towards Pendlesbury. Back here towards Holmes. Ball played forwards here, looking for Lawless. Done with the touch away. Davis gets a touch, but puts it the wrong way. He's come out here now to Simno, down this left-hand side. Tries to play it forwards, but Nathan Smart's first to the ball for Slough, finding Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell's got time to play it back towards the goalkeeper, Jack Turner. And no one's making a run, so Turner will just wait a second and then plays the ball down the line. Looking for Manny Williams. Flicks it on really well. Soares is onto it. Soares comes through to the edge of the box. He's going to bring it in, leaves it in for Manny Williams to try and turn. Williams just holding onto the ball just inside. Gives it here towards Soares. Now got too many. In fact, Manny Williams still got hold of the ball. Trying to chip the ball in, trying to play it in. It's kept in by Green, in towards Holmes, right on their goal line. And Green still has the ball, trying to play it in. Plays it off Dunn for a throw to Reading, but Manny Williams almost fed in. Soares just cut the ball back. And Williams couldn't do anything about it. Throw here towards Reading. Out to Holmes, right by his own corner flag. It's now happy to let him play it in. Sam Togwell first to the ball. Comes through to Pendlesbury. Tries to turn away. Gives it towards Green. Green under pressure. Plays it in. Scott Davis can't get there, but Soares will try and play it through. But Omalabi finds Elva Fontaine. Slough got to be careful. They've got to be careful of the counter-attack. Ball's here with Odimayo. Inside here towards Holmes. Holmes brings it forwards, overruns it a little bit, but gets a lucky touch here towards Simno. Simno now finding Elva Fontaine down the right-hand side. First time we've really seen him in the Slough half. And he's under a bit of pressure. Gives it back here towards substitute Simno. Just runs in, gets a lovely little 1-2. Gets the ball back, spreads it now here towards Durley, the left of the three centre-backs. Inside here towards Pendlesbury, tries to hurry his feet across. Now with just everyone apart from Williams behind the ball. Ball's here with Omalabi. Inside towards Durley. Durley's on his wrong foot. Slough clear through Lee Togwell up towards Manny Williams. Great control by him, and now finds Nathan Smart. Smart with the ball back here for Williams to chase. Williams has got up against Holmes, and Holmes wins that one and plays it down here towards Durley. Inside towards Simno. Simno across here towards Pendlesbury. Pendlesbury got Oddy Mayo on the far right hand side and finds him. Back inside towards Pendlesbury, taking that role from Coleman as a kind of orchestrator, trying to run with the ball. Nisbet comes and blocks. The ball comes on the far hand side towards Jack Turner, and he saves it with his feet. It's a good save from Jack Turner, wins the ball off Nevers, and he tackled him with his feet. The two of them just give a little slap of the hands there. That was a really good and brave save by Jack Turner. If he'd mistimed that would have been a penalty. His ball forwards, trying to find Manny Williams. Williams trying to hold the ball up, just runs into Durley, but it keeps going. And Durley just throws him to the floor. The last time I saw a move like that was Triple H on the edge in WrestleMania 20. And it's a free kick here towards Slough. We're into the final 5 minutes of the game. Manny Williams has been fouled more times than a chicken in a KFC shop. And Slough just kicking the ball away here. They've got a free kick 35 yards away from goal. Slough take it short. Slough take it quickly. The referee wasn't impressed with that because Lawless was not 10 yards away from the free kick. And Scott Davis is standing over this free kick here for Slough. It's a one-man wall of Connor Lawless for Reading. Played in, headed back across here towards Warren Harris. Up against Green. It's won by Green. Davis heads the ball back in. The header comes across towards Warren Harris. Little cushion header finding Soares. Soares wins the ball inside the box, trying to turn, find the players. Left for Nisbet. Chapman! Josh Chapman! What a goal! What a goal! He's played as a left back. He puts it in the top corner. What an absolute stunning goal from the man who's made the right back position his own this season. Now playing at left back. Great dummy by Mock. Nisbet in the centre. 86 minutes. It's Josh Chapman with the goal. He put it right in the top corner. Roberts was never going to save that. And Slough have a 3-1 lead here with 3.5 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on. What a goal that was by Josh Chapman. Good afternoon to Michael Gray, who's listening in. But Slough, 3-1 lead here. Could it be that they win this Berks and Bucks Senior Cup for the first time since 1981? The Slough fans behind the goal are the ones making the noise. It's Reading with the kickoff. Here with Lawless. In towards Omalabi. Closed down by Davis, who wins the ball, but it runs all the way through to Roberts in the Reading goal. Here towards Durley. Durley up towards Simno. Takes his time on the ball. Slough win it back here. And it's here with Scott Davis, who'll go all the way back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Again, not a Reading player comes and chases it. Holmes has actually gone forwards as a striker here for Reading. Poor kick out, though, by Turner, but it finds Dunn. Dunn inside towards Williams. Williams finding Josh Chapman. Inside here towards Lee Togwell. Under pressure, finding Mark Nisbet. Nisbet takes a touch in towards Chapman. Score of that third goal. Chapman just bringing the ball forwards. Outside here towards Simon Dunn. In towards Warren Harris. Dunn wins it back, finding Warren Harris, but the ball's won back here now, and the ball plays forward to Simno. Simno skipping past a couple of challenges. Holmes has got to be offside, has he? No, but he's surrounded by two Slough players, and Nisbet's one of them, and he chips the ball in. Warren Harris gets a touch to it, beats Omalabi to the ball, and Omalabi just uses his strength to shield the ball out for a throw. Slough get a throw because Omalabi took the throw short, and it was a foul throw by the Reading player. And it should be it is a Slough throw, and Slough will just take their time with that. And Slough will gladly take their time here with this throw. You've got a minute and a half of normal time, plus whatever the referee adds on. Ball play thrown in towards Manny Williams. It's Elva Fontaine that plays it back towards his goalkeeper, Roberts. Roberts doesn't get the best of clearances, but it finds the Reading header. It's one back here by Lee Togwell, in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn under pressure. Loses the ball, but it comes off a Reading player for a Slough throw. Slough with the throw on the far hand side. They're taking their time with this throw. And Chapman throws it in here towards Manny Williams. Williams again holding up against players half of his age. Up here towards Dunn. Dunn's ball is blocked. Comes out here towards Simno. Simno here towards Omalabi. Just takes his time and Slough win it back with Lee Togwell. Finding Manny Williams. Williams chipping the ball forward. It's headed away. Comes out here towards Simno. Finding Scott Davis. Little ball inside towards Soars. Soars just stood on the ball and it allows Omalabi the chance to break forwards here. Ball played in. Sam Togwell reads that. And it goes on the roof of the main bar. And we'll need another ball. But I think Sam Togwell was trying to clear that into Wokingham. But it's a throw here to Reading Academy. Right in front of our commentary position here with Cameron Green, the player, to take it. Here towards Holmes. Holmes back to Green. Green inside towards Holmes. Holmes finding Durley. Reading have gone to two at the back here with Holmes, the captain, playing up front. 3 added minutes of time, which we are into now. Odimayo with the ball, chipping it forwards. Holmes has gone forwards, heads the ball on. Nathan Smart with the header away. It will come out of play for a throw to Slough. Throw to Reading. There's an injury here at the moment to Holmes, who just jumped up there. Not Holmes, I think it is. Sorry, I'm trying to see who it is that's down injured. It's Green, actually, I'm afraid, that's injured at the moment. Jumped up there with Nathan Smart. I think it's just the way he's landed has caused an injury. And it's Cameron Green just being some treated here. Just going to take his time with this because it does look like a head injury here to the Reading player. And it's Green slowly trying to make his way to his feet. The physio just making sure that he's okay. But as it is, it's I'm sure the referee will add this time on. A couple of Slough players just chatting to the referee here. And Green still down injured here at the moment. And Slough fans just going through a repetition of songs here at the moment. In fact, the Slough fans are now singing "We Love You, Marlow, We Do." And Green just got back to his feet now, so it doesn't look like he's badly injured, which is good news. Although whether he will be able to continue is a different matter. He's gingerly limping off. And it's Holmes who will take this throw. And throws it in towards Lawless. Down here towards Nathan Smart. Hooks the ball clear. Odimayo can't get there. It'll come through to Elva Fontaine up against Williams. Williams still chasing with the ball. Oh, Williams has stolen it off him. Now he's got a chance to bring the ball forward. He's got Soars on his right hand side. Soars has the ball. Doesn't need to shoot a score. Hits it at Simon Dunn, and it hits Simon Dunn on the back wide to Slough. Slough don't need to score. Keep hold of it. Oh, the ball's been given away almost to Soars, but first to the ball were Reading with Elva Fontaine. It's on that far hand side here to Omalabi. Omalabi up towards Lawless, tackled by Josh Chapman, out for a throw to Reading. We're sure to have that added time on. We've almost reached the 3 minutes, so it's just whatever the referee adds on for the stoppage to Green, who's still off the pitch. So Reading temporarily down and look like they'll be down to 10 men for the rest of the added time. Ball played up in the air here by Mark Nisbet for Soars to chase. Up against Omalabi. Omalabi gets to the ball first. Nathan Smart beaten to the ball by Holmes. Holmes up here against Nathan Smart. Holmes still wins hold of the ball. Then Scott Davis puts his body in the way. And it's a free kick here to Reading. Scott Davis should have got a yellow card kicking the ball away there, but didn't. And in fact, Green's heading straight down the tunnel, so Reading will finish the game with just 10 men through injury. It's Connor Lawless that will come and take this free kick for Reading. And Lawless sending over this free kick, hits the head of Soars, the one-man wall. Ball bouncing on the edge of the 18-yard line. Nisbet with the header away. Comes to Pendlesbury, who smashes that well wide. Jackman then heads it straight down. Manny Williams will chase there for the ball. Pendlesbury's there first, though, for Reading. Ball's here with Elva Fontaine, who goes back towards the goalkeeper, Roberts. All eyes on the referee. Looking at his watch is Mr. Richardson. And Roberts plays it short to Elva Fontaine. Surely you'd want to get the ball down the field quickly. Elva Fontaine then decides to do that. Looking for the ball for Holmes. It will run through to Jack Turner, who will take it down on his goal line. But it doesn't matter, because that is the final whistle here at Larges Lane, home of Bracknell Town, the hosts of this year's Berks and Bucks Senior Men's Cup Final, which has been won by Slough Town, beating Reading Academy 3-1. 2-1 at half-time to the Rebels. In the second half, it was mainly Slough who were the side who were on the front foot throughout the game. But it wasn't finished until the 86th minute when Josh Jackman put a lovely ball into the top corner, and Slough can win some silverware for the second season in a row to add to that playoff trophy final that they had. Stay with us, we will see the presentation. I believe that the presentation will happen just in front of the main stand here. But it's the two sets of players just going around congratulating and commiserating with each other. But it's the Rebels who win the Berks and Bucks Cup final, a final which they managed to get into via an error via the Marlow officials, which we're very glad for. And now the Slough fans are being applauded by the Slough players, who go across to the people behind the goal, behind that right-hand side. Their support has been fantastic. Mark Nisbet's son has just come onto the field. And it's Slough with the 3-1 victory. They're just clapping their fans. It's the end of their season. I can't really see because people are standing up in front of us, which is really annoying in a stand. But it's Slough with the victory. Still can't see what's going on, but there you go. As the players just going across to the Rebels fans. So now they come across to the Rebels fans scattered throughout the rest of the grounds. And can't see what's happening because people are just stay out of the way. Come on now. And so it's John Anders just being called over by a Slough fan here to put a hat on. So there you go. So we can just see the Slough players just huddled there. The Reading players are stuck in the their tunnel over there. Might be able to see the presentation if we're lucky. And it's the Slough Town players just celebrating there. Some of them just coming over to say hello to their families. That's all right. Just stand in the way. Don't worry about it. It's all right. Great. Fantastic. Can't see a thing. And it's the Slough players just huddled around Bill Hing, who's one of the Berks and Bucks officials here, the referees and stuff. I think we are going to see the presentation party, kind of, because someone's standing in the way. And there you go. We'll just see if we can. Graham. That's it. Brilliant. Thank you. That's it. That's fine. I can see now. Brilliant. So we can just see the trophy here with some blue and white ribbons on it, because blue and white is the colour of the Berks and Bucks FA. The Reading players are just coming over now. Jack Turner's just carrying his two children. Martin Nisbet's carrying his. And The presentation committee just here at the moment, just waiting for the two sets of teams to come forward. I guess that Reading will come forwards first. Good afternoon to we've got Andy Kemp, Benjamin Field, Louise Hayfleet, Simon Mora, Paul Jenkins, all of you listening. Thank you so much. We're going to stay with us while we do the presentation. I don't think there's any kind of announcement going on or anything through. Here we go. So we've got the Tannoy announcers just doing the presentation, and they're just giving a warm appreciation to both sets of players and the match officials here this afternoon. So we're just going to have the just going to see the match officials are going to be the first to receive their medals. Jason Richardson is the referee today. We don't actually have any team sheets, so I can't tell you who the others are. But the referee and his two assistants and the fourth official just getting their medals here at the moment. And the Slough fans still behind that goal to our right, making a lot of noise. A lot of fans have already left here this afternoon.
Next up, 2018-19 Berks Senior County Cup Final runners-up.
And it's going to be Reading FC that get the come up and pick their losers awards up. They don't seem too happy about having to do that, but it makes you stronger when you come back from defeats like this. They will come back, I'm sure. And the captain is Tom Holmes, who's just going through and getting the trophy here. Not trophy, just getting his losers medal. The rest of the Reading FC academy players just coming through now, claiming theirs. And Locus Anderson, who's the substitute goalkeeper, played for Hungerford. Good to see him here because he did suffer a nasty injury while on loan at Hungerford, so nice to see him back here. But as the last of the Reading players goes through to collect their medals, they've had a very good game here this afternoon, played some really good football, but Slough just been that little bit better this afternoon. And the announcers are Slough Town are the winners, and we're not sure who's going to go forwards to collect it. Nathan Smart's the first one forwards. He's followed by Louis Saws, Lee Togwell, Warren Harris, Simon Dunn, Josh the goal scorer Chapman, Georgie Wells, Ben Harris, Scott Davies, Jack Turner, Manny Williams with his two little kids as well, and it will be left to the club captain and the team captain of Mark Nisbet and Sam Togwell, and I think it's going to be left for both of them to lift up here as the Berks and Bucks Senior Trophy. It's been, we haven't won it for 38 years, but Mark Nisbet and Sam Togwell, I think you're just going to leave it for Sam to tell you, actually. I'm just going to see. And Sam Togwell just... it's Sam Togwell and Mark Nisbet to lift this trophy up together, going towards the Slough fans, and Slough are the Berks and Bucks Senior Cup winners, raised aloft by the club captain and the team captain. And what an end to the season it has been here for the Rebels. Their first season in the National League South with a finish that almost got them in the playoffs. An FA Cup run for the second year, running into the second round proper. And now topped off with the Berks and Bucks Cup trophy. And photos being done with a lot of the players and their children as well. But it is Slough that will go on to win this game here. They're going to lift the trophy. They're going to be the champions. How they got there to the final will always be under question. But it's Slough now, the photos being done, who have won the trophy here this afternoon. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this season now. There is no more that we can do. As usual, thank you all so very much for listening. I hope you all have a fantastic summer. Slough will be back with some pre-season friendly. Remember, the season starts early on August the 3rd. But until then, Slough finish the season as the Berks and Bucks Cup Senior Men's Champions. And we will be back next season. Until then, please enjoy your summers. Thank you all so very much for listening throughout the season. And have a good break.